All right, today I'm going to show you what different watercolor papers do when you do layers. And so this is a gradient wash I tried to do on different papers the other day and it dried. And so today we're gonna see what it does when I add layers, and I'm gonna compare the watercolor paper. This is 200 GSM Renaissance paper. This has cellulose in it. It's listed on the front of the paper. It's a student grade paper. My kids love using this. It's great for just for playing around in different things. But if you're wanting to improve your watercolor paintings, this is one of the best ways to improve it overnight, is to invest in some better quality paper. And so this is the Renaissance, the 200 GSM with cellulose. This one, it does not clearly state it on the front of the packaging, but my suspicion is that it does have cellulose in it, but I don't know 100%. And then I also have a Bohong 100% cotton that we're gonna do, and let's see what happens when we do layers on this. So this student grade paper is drying pretty fast. It's doing okay. Is it a really light color, light purple in the back? Okay. Smoothing it all the way down. Gonna let that dry. So already this side is dry. But it's not drying evenly, and so there may be some unusual lines on that one. And when you do layers, it's important always to let it dry completely. So we're going to set that aside. Again, I'm using a really watery mix of, this is Trupti's, this is Blue Pine Arts. Their Eggplant Purple. This is a new one I got for Christmas, and I am loving it. So I didn't get quite watery enough. So I'm gonna add some more water to make it light, and then I'm gonna blend this one all the way down. This one's doing okay right now. What I have found with these is, with this lower grade paper with the cellulose in it, is it often dries so fast and that I'm not able to get all the way across with my mountain or my layer without it drying, and then it's going to start leaving really hard lines. So we'll see as this keeps going. But able to do it, but especially if you haven't practiced doing mountains a lot like this, it would be very difficult to get all the way across before this starts to dry, which is going to leave a really uneven look to your paper. So you definitely don't want that. A little bit thicker mixture all the way across, and on this one, my layer wasn't completely dry over here. And I'll show you what I mean here in a second. It wasn't completely dry, so it started to kind of bloom into the layer behind it. So we got to make sure that that layer is completely dry. So I'm going to set this aside to make sure that that happens. Let's check this one. This one's also dry. Now some people like this effect. Even this one, look, I messed up again. My layer, it looked completely dry. But I kind of like that effect too. It kind of makes it misty. So as long as you're doing it because you want it, or it could be a happy accident. I had a watercolor teacher early on, and she taught me about happy accidents, where you didn't mean to do something, but it happened, and you end up liking it that way, so you don't need to fix it. And so just embrace the happy accidents. All right, so this is the watercolor paper that is not 100% cotton, and so see how it's not, the paint is not going on smoothly. It will stay where you put it, but you want watercolor to blend in smoothly. And this is not, it's not drying evenly, and it's not blending in smoothly. This is not what you want when you're trying to practice and practice and practice your landscapes. And you're just, this may be one of the reasons why if you are not seeing much improvement, you're disappointed, and you're practicing so much and you're not seeing a lot of change. And so check on the paper that you're using and see if it's going to be something like this. This is going to be watercolor paper that has a cellulose in it, and it just is not going to dry evenly. It even after you finish your painting, pretty soon this paper will start to yellow and be discolored, which is also again not what you want when you work so hard on your painting. So over here, this is the one that I am suspecting has cellulose in it, but it has a better quality. I think it has a lower amount of cellulose in it. It still is not great, but this would be better than this one on this side. This is also a thicker paper. This is going to be the 300 GSM. This one over here, I've been watching it. This is the Bohong watercolor paper, and so this one took the longest to dry, which is usually indicative of how much cotton is in the paper and how little cellulose is in the paper. The cellulose is just not good for watercolor paper when you're wanting to have an even drying on the paper, when you want to have an even even blending on the paper. That cellulose is going to prevent that. Alright, we're getting close to getting done. I'm adding one more dark purple layer. Try to get as dark as I can. Oh, I have a little friend. Again, trying to even blend this thick paint on this Renaissance paper. It's just not on this cellulose filled paper. It's just not. Look how unevenly it's blending. It's not doing very well. And then let's try it over here. So even though I have a good mixture, it's not just dry paint, it's a good mixture of water and paint. It's a thicker mixture. Even over here, it was a little bit difficult to blend evenly. And I am not just recommending the Bohong paper. There are several brands that have actually 100% cotton in their watercolor paper, and there's several really good ones. Some are more affordable than others, and so I live in Southeast Asia. The Bohong paper is readily accessible. We can find it almost anywhere. I can even order it online here in Thailand. I know a lot of places in the States, you probably have more access to maybe things like Arches. I think Canson also has 100% cotton, but just make sure it says 100% cotton, because there really, really is a difference. If there's one thing that you're going to invest in, whether it be brushes or paper or watercolor paint, as a beginner or as a learner or just someone who wants to continue to improve their watercolor skills overnight, it would be the paper. I would 100% recommend to invest in a higher quality of paper before buying really expensive paints or anything else. But that is my opinion, so let me know what you guys think.